Yo, what is going on, YouTube? What is going on? So today, same day as my last video. If you guys didn't check that out, I just did tints on the Duramax. Might want to go do that. Point being, same exact day. We're just on a whole nother mission. So if you guys haven't followed the channel, or you guys are new here for some reason, and you guys don't know what this video's about, actually, look at this hood, man. This thing is in absolutely brand new condition. There's only one little baby issue. Check out the color of this thing. See it, right? Looks great, right? It's clean, nice, red. Not victory red, but it's, you know, it's red. And then there's what we're working with. Yeah, not great, not ideal. So we're gonna change that. And just while we're over here, show you guys why we need a new hood. Not good. That was already sprayed and repaired. There was a bigger spot here, not by me, but by the previous owner or somebody else. Yeah, not great. Not looking all that perfect. So not only that, if you follow this body line here, it takes a little bit of a dip, and then we see a little rust spot, and then, oh, look at that, my brand new paint match grill that I just did is actually smoked, because I didn't realize when I put the hood down it was gonna hit my brand new paint on the grill, because I just never noticed it before. But point being, we gotta get rid of this hood, man. This hood is not doing what it's supposed to do. So we're gonna get rid of this thing, sell it, do something with it, and then we're gonna start painting up our new hood. So first step with that is actually sanding it all down, taking care of it, you know, doing what we gotta do. And what would that be? Turning the old palm sander on and getting a good rotation, few rotations in, getting her going, get all this red paint off and on the ground, blow it away, get some paint prep going, acetone, start primering the thing, and then we get to painter. So what we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start sanding this thing. So I will get with you guys once we have one step complete. All right, here's where we're at. So my biggest debate right now, I've gotten to the primer in a lot of spots, especially the concavity spots, like where it concaves, like the body lines on the hood and stuff, are totally through the primer. 80% of it is scuffed up, clear coat, not fully into the red yet in the majority of the spots. But my biggest debate right now is, do I continue going through another whole entire session of this, or is the clear coat scratched up enough to hold paint? I definitely think it's fine for now, but I'm gonna blow it off and run some acetone down a few spots of it and see exactly what it looks like. Maybe paint it and then like put some primer on there and see how it holds up. I'm not totally sure right now, but this is where we're at. So I guess I'm gonna run some acetone down it and see how she holds some paint, and then we're gonna go from there. All right, so I decided that don't mind the compressor. We gotta start getting that running, get some pressure for the paint. But just look at this. This is all wiped down with acetone. You can clearly see where I wiped, and it is definitely the best spot to test it, because if you look here, we got some primer, we got some raw metal, we got full paint still. So this is our best spot to test. I'm gonna test this and throw some rocks at it. Not really, but really give it some abuse and see how she's looking. All right, this is how we're sitting for the night. She is primered, and she will be awaiting paint tomorrow, because tomorrow is supposed to be a much nicer day out, not gloomy, and we're not going to paint at night because it just sucks, and I need this thing to be as nice as it could possibly get. So she is primered, ready to go. Wow, that shadow made that paint look glossy as hell. Yeah, no, she's ready for paint. So tomorrow morning we will be picking this video back up and painting it. But in the meantime, for the rest of the night, we're going to be working on the Sportster, because the Sportster just broke. Took 2 weeks for the new oil line to get in, but we got to put an oil line in, and then we got to go find some oil and put it in her. So with that being said, catch you guys in the morning. Alrighty, it's the next day. It is the next morning. Our hood is still primed, obviously, so right now it is time to hook up to some air, blow this thing off, and then start painting this thing. So that is insane. I don't even know what that is. Part of the primer now. All right, we're gonna slap some paint on this thing and get her going, hopefully throwing it on later today. It's gonna have all day to dry, so should be all right. All right, guys, the hood is now painted. This is how we are looking. Came out pretty decent. I don't really have too many complaints. There's a couple spots that just are imperfect, but that's what you're gonna get when you're doing things by yourself. Unfortunately, it's just how it goes. You kind of can't get away from it. But other than that, man, the coats went down pretty even. and it's looking pretty respectable. It's not show finished, obviously it's not like a mirror, but right now the truck is literally just getting painted enough to look the way it's gonna look until we get paint, which will be after a bed, after doing the frame over, getting new cross members welded in, you know, like the whole 9 yards, anything you could ever do to that truck. Paint will be the last thing, and then after that we'll move on to powder coat. So probably years in the future, but I'm not too worried about it at the moment. For now, the truck's gonna look as good as it's gonna look. I mean, the clear coat on this is not horrible. It's there, and it looks nice. So as long as this hood doesn't chip and I did my prep work properly, there's nothing I'm really gonna complain about. Now we have to wait for my cousin to get here so that we can put the hood on. Hopefully, actually the clear coat is still a little tiny bit soft. You can run your finger down it and like touch it, but it's still like, you know, I was trying to get whatever this thing is on top of the clear coat. I'm trying to get it off, but I tried using my nail just very lightly, and you could feel that it was starting to push the paint. So not gonna mess with it till it is super dry. I wish I could move it out there, but once again, I need another person to do that. So that being said, we're gonna leave off here for a second. Once cousin's here to put the new hood on, we'll be chilling. All right, and just like that, the new hood is on the Duramax. Now, we put this thing on last night. It got a little late by the time we were able to do it, but nonetheless, she's on there, and the gaps on the grill side at least are looking great. Now this gap right here is because the fender is not pushed in. That was like that on the old hood. Over here the gap is much closer, much tighter. Now here's one issue. I don't know if any of you guys would know the answer to this, but the gap here, much larger. There was never any of that on my last hood. I thought there was personally, but then we looked at a video last night and none of this was here, especially on this side. Obviously the fender can get pushed up and in, and that's going to delete some of this, but it's still a gnarly gap over here. So if any of you guys know what that could possibly be, you guys should definitely comment in the comment section, let me know. But other than that, we might as well make this thing look as good as possible. By the way, tint update, the tint is looking absolutely killer. Still haven't fixed this, but we're to the final days where all the tint bubbles are coming out, the ones that come out on their own, and the tint is looking absolutely beautiful. Zero imperfections, other than the ones that I talked about in the video. Also, if you guys are interested in looking at that, I did my own tint on this thing, so if you guys want to see how to tint a truck or car yourself with AutoZone tint or O'Reilly's tint in this case, go check that out. But with that being said, making this thing super photogenic. So turning my halos on, for instance, look at this thing, man. Oh my goodness, man, does it look nice. It's finally, this truck is finally coming together. It's finally becoming what I've always wanted it to be. We got to take these fenders off. We got to repaint these things because they are just absolutely butched. Like, oh man, I feel like it's not that hard to paint, man, in my personal opinion, but I've painted a decent amount of things, even with spray paint, you know. I feel like it's not that hard, but you know, it's all right. Now this truck is under our care, and it is receiving all of the attention that it could possibly deserve. So just looking at the front end, if you guys want to see the old front end, thank you compressor for turning on, but if you want to see the old front end, go take a look at my Instagram, the don.87. When we first got this thing, OEM lights, no fog lights at all, plow harness coming out, nasty front plate, OEM lighting, chrome grille, dented hood. It was just absolutely horrid, but the paint came out pretty decent. We didn't get a chance to ceramic coat it because it started raining when we put this thing on, and now it is the next day. So once it's another dry day, we're going to give this thing a full wash, and I'm probably going to go over it with some ceramic coating just to protect that brand new paint. So she's looking stout. Just want to give you guys a little bit of a really in-depth look, just a little walk around on how good this thing actually looks now. Don't mind this, all right? Once again, fender alignment. Buddy that put the new fenders on just couldn't align it properly, put it a little too far back, opened the door, destroyed the brand new fender. But that is besides the point. Okay, so we're just really focusing on this front end here, and we're gonna fix that. Once we paint the fenders, that thing is going to get fixed. So just, we're getting there, right? Little parts at a time. We just completed the whole front end. In the last like 3 videos, we have completely changed the front end of this truck. just making it look brand new again, just making it totally enjoyable to look at again with almost next to no flaws. The only thing next is getting a new valance, because this valance is absolutely cooked, but the last guy that told me he was going to get me a valance completely flaked on me and just has completely stopped talking to me. So do I want to spend $150 on a brand new one and get it painted? Not really. If I can get an OEM one and paint it again, just like I did with the grill and the hood here. I got it all for the same exact truck, spent a pretty minute amount of money, not an insane amount of money, not the smallest amount of money, but you know, enough money to be completely happy with what I paid for it. So with that being said, if you guys want to check out any other videos on a Duramax, mostly the front end recently and then the tint, so if you guys want to see any of that, consider subscribing to the channel. For anything in the future, leave a like, leave a comment on what we could do to this Duramax. Also, what's coming up next is some new rear end lighting, also some interior LEDs. We got a whole bunch of stuff planned for this truck. We've already done so much to this thing as well, just making it a dream come true, because once again, this is my dream truck. So all the social media is the Don.87 if you guys want to check out anything there or see anything 2-3 weeks before it gets updated on YouTube, because we just made a whole month worth of videos in the last couple days. So my YouTube has seen or not my YouTube, but my Instagram has seen everything already. And if you guys are interested in getting updated that quickly, just head over there. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.